Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 8 video lessons. I'm your English teacher Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well. Students, we are on our unit number 6 and today we are going to cover yet another students learning outcome, and the topic is formal or informal letters, and also we are going to see an application. Now, let's read our students learning outcome. This is all about writing competency. So you have to focus on this lecture. We have two students learning outcomes merged into this one lecture today. Number one is compare and write informal and formal letters to people in extended social and academic environments for various purposes. Now, what do we have over here is letters, and we know that letters are of two types. There is a formal letter and there is an informal letter. Formal letter goes for your academic environments, professional life, and so on. And informal letters are for your social life, for your friends and family. So we are clear about these two types. We are going to see the main lesson as well, which is containing a letter. And next one is to write a formal letter or email, application, complaint, acceptance or rejection, condolence, letters to the editor, police report, using vocabulary, tone and style appropriate to context and relationship between addresser and addressee. Now, here for this learning outcome, we are going to take application, and when we talk about application, it is always formal. It can be written for academic or professional or formal situation. Now, we will see these different kinds of parts and types later on, but we are going to focus on application over here. So, letters and application, this is what we are going to do. Let's begin our lesson, students. Here is a vertical linkage for your understanding, for your help, and for your teacher's guidance also. Now, I hope that you are somehow familiar with what is a letter, why do we write it, what's an application, and I hope that you have written them also at some point of time. So recall all of that, recall your memory of writing letters and application, because here is a very interesting question or prompt for your brainstorming session for today. Think about it. Does it make a difference if you write, and if you imagine that you need to write a letter to your school principal and you have to write another one to your best friend or your sibling, then how would the way you write each letter be different? Are they different? Think about it. Think about the words you would use in both these letters, the way you would talk to them, and how you would organize your letter. Now, we know that these two letters will be different. The language, the style of saying that your message or conveying it would be totally different, because when we are talking to superiors, let's say our principal, for any reason, we use very formal language, unlike what we use with our friends, with our family and our social gatherings, right? So in the same way, when we are writing letters, they are also going to have differences in them. So now if you see any letter, you can easily recognize whether it's a formal letter or it is an informal letter. And now let's see. All right, in the lesson, you can open your book, page 47. You have this formal letter that is written to a newspaper to the editor. Now, here at the first, what you're going to do is mention your address, then the date and the detail of the receiver of the letter. In this case, it is the news editor of Dawn News. Yes, you can also give spaces between them. Right after your address or your name, give a space and then write the date and then the address of the receiver, or the addressee is what we call it. Now, after that, you can see that here it is mentioned that it is related and it is addressed to the news editor of Dawn News, and it is based in Multan, Pakistan. And now let's come to the salutation. Respected sir or madam, or you can also do respected sir slash madam if you're not sure about the gender of the person you are addressing. Here after that you can put a comma and then start your body of the letter. Now I hope that you have read the main lesson, or we will cover it in our reading competency. Now this is the whole problem, the situation of the and what your message is about. This will all be happening in the body of the letter. Yes, this is a very formal letter because you can see that here someone who you don't know on personal level or social level. Now your letter begins, and let's move on. Let's give a quick overview because we are focusing on the format and structure of a formal letter. You can see that the language is very much formal and you do not use contractions. I'll or we'll, you will use I will or we will, do not, should not. So you do not use short forms or shortcuts in your formal letter. Again, let's begin. Let's move on. Here, now, after the concluding paragraph, now it's time to end the letter, to close it. And how do you close it? You will say thanks or thank you for listening, thank you for considering my request or my complaint, whatever. Then sincerely or faithfully, your sincerely or your faithfully, followed by comma and then your name at the end. And this is how you close a formal letter. So you can see that the whole formation is on the left side. This is what we call a full block format of writing a formal letter. You can see that the start is also at the left side and the ending is also at the left side. Yes. So this is how you write your letter. First you mention yourself, your name or your address or the city you're from, then give space, write the date in a very formal format, and then give space and write the address of the receiver of the letter who is going to receive it. So as you know, now you're clear that letter is just conversation, a one-sided conversation that the sender does with the receiver, and then you can get the reply or the response of the letter, and this is how we communicate with writing letters. Now at the end do not say with love or all these words, because this is a very formal letter. Okay, you have seen that, and the body of the letter is also divided into different paragraphs. So the body can contain different paragraphs. Now students, here let us look at the format of an application, because we are also going to see how an application is structured, how we can write it correctly with correct structure and format. So be ready. Now first you will write the name and address of the person to whom the application is addressed. In this case, you can write that if you're writing to your principal, you can write the principal name, school's name, etc., the address of the school. Now it is time to write subject of the application, which is very important here. Subject is the reason why you're writing this application. Maybe it is for a sick leave, or it is for giving you a library card, or so many other things or reasons for writing an application. Now here the salutations come: respected sir, respected ma'am, and all that, followed by comma. Now you begin your lesson, your application. In the body of application, you give reasons and mention the time and all the details that you want to convey to your if you're writing for your principal, then you convey that why do you need the sick leave, or why do you need any particular or specific thing, and what is the reason behind it, and all that. Now at the closing, this is when you close the letter, the application, by saying, I'm keenly waiting for your response, or I hope that my request is successfully conveyed to you, thank you in advance, etc. So this line, apart from the whole body, this will be the closing line, and it should be separated from the whole body. Now this is when you sign or write your name, and then you mention the date, and this is how you close your application. And it is also totally on the left side of the page. You can see that here you will write the details, the body, and the closing is also on the left side of the page. Now I hope that the format is very much clear. Now let us see an application for leave following the same format that we have learned, so that you can write applications by your own without any help, and you can successfully understand that how the application is structured. Now here, the principal, Government High School, Sadr Cant, Peshawar, this is the person you are addressing to, the name of the school and the address. Okay, so all the information is added over here. Then you write your subject. This is an application for leave, or an application for transferring you into another section, or etc. So there can be so many reasons of writing an application, and that main reason will be our main topic or subject. Respected sir, madam, or just sir, madam. It is better to add respected or a very respectful salutation. You always end it with a comma. With due respect, I want to state that I am not in a position to attend the school as I am down with chickenpox. Since it is a contagious disease, I am advised by the doctor to be quarantined and take complete rest. Therefore, kindly grant me leave for 10 days from 6th December 2022 to 16th December 2022. Now, here, this is the body of your application, and this is your closing, where you say thanking you in advance, I am grateful for your time, etc. In the next line, not here, but in the next line, yours obediently or faithfully, yours sincerely, your name, followed by the roll number and other details, ending with your date on which you are writing this letter. Now, I hope that now the application is quite clear to you. You can see the format over here. This is also on the left side in full block format. All right, students, for additional information, you can watch this simulation video. This will tell you how do you write a very good email. And you know that email stands for electronic mail, and it is done through devices, through internet. Now, you should know that how you can write a very good email, because this is also very important owing to our progressive world. The world is changing. The letters are also important, but you need also to learn about writing an email. So by watching this simulation video, you can successfully understand it, and then you can create your emails, send to your friends, or take assistance from your teacher. Here, for the classroom activity, following the format and structure of formal letter and application that we have seen, given the recent increase in road accidents and mishappenings, you are concerned about road safety. So you're writing a letter to the editor of any newspaper and show your concern that road safety is very important, so that this letter can be published in the newspaper, others would read it and they will take guidance and help from your understanding and from your valuable advices. This is what you're supposed to do. You're going to write a formal letter following the same pattern that is available in the main lesson. For the homework, you have to write an application to your principal asking for a scholarship. And in your application, explain your reasons in the body of the application for applying for the scholarship. Highlight your academic achievements, extracurricular activities if you are into sports, and any financial need you may have. Additionally, outline your future goals and how receiving the scholarship would help you pursue your education and career, and end the letter according to our format and structure that we have learned in this lesson. Now, here is your worksheet where you have different scenarios and you have to identify that which scenario is best suited for either formal letter or an informal letter. The skill sheet was also added, and all these resources, the skill sheet, the worksheet, this PowerPoint presentation, and a lesson plan, all these are included in the description of the video. You can access them. You can solve the worksheet, solve your skill sheet, write any application or letter that is asked in the skill sheet, and also do your homework or revisit the lecture if you are confused about the format and structure. I would advise you to write it in your notebook, keep it safe, and memorize it by heart, so that whenever you want to write any formal letter or any application, you can write it quickly and easily. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video lesson. Allah Hafiz.